Karim Benzema has just surpassed Roberto Carlos as the non-Spanish player with the most appearances for Real Madrid. He scored plenty of goals in that time. He's actually made sure plenty of others are scored as well. But my question to you, Ali Moreno, is he one of the most underrated players of his current generation?
Yes, he is. And he is one of the most underrated players in Real Madrid history. He is underrated from every angle you look at. Some people think of Karim Benzema and have thought of Karim Benzema over the years as a guy who, well, hold up play, he runs well without the ball, he makes good movement away from defenders, he finds himself in open areas, creates space for others, and Cristiano comes in and he scores the game winner and Real Madrid wins. Okay, maybe, but he's also scoring goals. He's also a guy who time after time after time presents himself in a position in which he makes a difference for this club. When Ronaldo was there, yeah, maybe the guy that kind of moves off the ball. But now that Ronaldo has been gone, and he's been gone for a while, he has become the key to their attack. Everything that is significant in the attack for Real Madrid goes through Karim Benzema. Whether that's him finishing the play, whether that's him building the play, whether that's him holding up, whether it's his movement when he throws himself into wider areas, all that is significant for Real Madrid. If you evaluate the team and analyze this team, Karim Benzema is involved in all of it, in everything. And that tells a story. But it's easy for people just to kind of draw a connection between Zidane and Benzema and say, you know what? He's just Zidane's boy, so that's why he's playing. No, he's playing because he is critical to their success.
Has he not had the benefit as well, Karim Benzema, of having a top-class centre-forward to play, whether it's alongside him, whether it's to play off, whether it's someone to cover him when he's not there? Because obviously Ronaldo had Benzema, but who's Benzema really had?
Not a lot of people, and that's part of the issue. And so when we look at what Real Madrid was, for example, at the end of last season, and even going back to the season before that, but the end of the last season, where they go on a winning streak in order to win the title, the key player in the attack was Karim Benzema. And it was the only hope that you had in the attack. Other than Sergio Ramos scoring a penalty kick or some sort of goal from a set piece or whatever the case may have been, it was Karim Benzema that really provided you that presence. And yeah, he doesn't have the same sort of talent around him that Ronaldo had available to him and players playing for Cristiano Ronaldo. You don't have guys playing for Benzema. Benzema is playing for the team and for himself at the same time, in which he presents himself as a hold-up player, but he can also present himself as a guy who can make those runs diagonally, who can throw himself into wider areas. And when you need a goal, he's scoring the goals as well. I think it's easy to forget about Karim Benzema because we tend to focus on other things about Real Madrid, whether it's Zidane, whether it's Sergio Ramos. But Benzema just continues to score goals, and he only comes in the news, Benzema, when there is some sort of issue, when there is some sort of controversy, whether it's with the French national team or whether it's with Vinicius because he's telling Ferland Mendy, hey, look, bro, don't pass the ball to this guy right now because he stinks. And that's why Benzema gets on the news rather than getting on the news for the fact that he is playing exceptionally well and has been playing very well for the last few seasons. He's been critical to their success, and maybe he's a victim of the fact that since he hasn't been playing with the national team for as long as he has, he only has platform Real Madrid, and that's a huge platform. But I think the French national team, if you consider what they did in, say, 2018, had Karim Benzema been part of that squad and being at the front line of that squad, maybe his profile goes to a whole entirely different level. I don't know what people are hoping to get from Karim Benzema, that they don't give him the credit that he deserves. But if you watch him play, at times he's given a clinic as to how to play the center forward position, not only in scoring goals, but in the movement without the ball.
I think that's not what everyone's seeing as well sometimes when you're just seeing the cameras on the television, whereas if you're at the stadium, maybe you'd see more of what he does. His legacy then, when he is to move on from Real Madrid, what's the legacy that he will leave?
I hope that for Real Madrid fans, they'll appreciate how good of a player he has been and how important he has been to their success. And And while he may have been the target of criticism in the past because they thought of him as a guy who, if you're going to wear that jersey for Real Madrid, and if you're going to be the center forward for Real Madrid, you have to be scoring this amount of goals. Well, that's not what was necessary at the time for Real Madrid to win. What was necessary to do was provide other options in the attack while Ronaldo took the leading role. Now that it is necessary for him to score with more consistency, you see him doing that. So his legacy is one of productivity, not only in numbers, but in performances, and productivity in terms of important titles as well. You cannot deny the sort of success that Real Madrid has had with Karim Benzema playing up top. And that is not a coincidence. That is the byproduct of his play and his performances.
Yeah, once called a cat by Jose Mourinho, but the Spanish press said today that the cat has become a lion, Karim Benzema.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.